marketing works. No matter what business it is, marketing works. That's how you get your name out there. And again, it just does not need to be expensive to be effective. But it does take effort. It means, taking action. The Without Fear of Her Future podcast is for women who are passionately pursuing financial freedom through investing in real estate. We are here to empower you to be brave, dream big, and design a life you love. I'm your co-host, Teresa Todd, founder of the Women's Real Estate Investors Network and author of the book, Without Fear of Her Future.
And I'm Melissa Baker, real estate investor and fitness coach specializing in turning properties from drab to fab. I'm here to help motivate and inspire you to build your dream life because, girl, you deserve it. Welcome back to Without Fear of Her Future podcast. Ladies, if you've been thinking, I need to start marketing to find deals, but it's not exactly in the budget right now, this episode is for you. Whether you're just getting started or looking to scale, today we're talking about how to do marketing for your REI business without breaking the bank.
Woohoo, I love it. There are several ways to find good deals, and you don't need a big budget to make a big impact. So in this episode, we're actually breaking down some of the lower cost marketing strategies that are proven to actually work. A few we can truly attest to. So you can build your brand, attract leads, and grow your investment business without spending a fortune. So we're covering everything from social media hacks to relationship marketing to leveraging your network in powerful ways. Plus, we've got some simple, actionable steps that you can start using today to get your name out there and land more deals. So grab a notebook because this episode is value-packed.
Let's talk about one of the most powerful, low-cost marketing tools available to you. One that some of us don't exactly love, but we need to talk about it. Social media. I know. Some of you might be thinking that's just not my thing, and I'm with you there. I wouldn't even know where to start with social media. But hear me out, because social media isn't just about trendy dances and influencers. It can be your secret weapon for building relationships, attracting partners, and even uncovering off-market deals, all for free.
Free marketing.
Yes.
That is what social media is. I want you to think of this. When we are talking about social media, the average person has about 4,000 friends, and all of their friends have about 4,000 friends. So your potential of reach is absolutely incredible. And so if you will just start posting, and you don't have to post multiple times a day, but maybe 2-3 times a week, on the regular. And really what it is that you want to do as a real estate investor, you want all of your 4,000 friends to know that you are a real estate investor, that you buy houses as is, that you pay cash and you close quick. So you're helping people in crisis situations. Maybe somebody that's going through a divorce, they're facing a foreclosure, somebody that's inherited a property. So lots and lots of scenarios, but you want everybody you know. So I bet you that out of your 4,000 friends, there is someone that needs your help, that you could create a win-win situation with. Even if they don't need it today, if you keep showing up regularly on your social media, they are going to begin to put that in their head. Oh my gosh, yeah, Melissa, this is the person I need to call when they need that person, or when they're talking to somebody that's in a crisis situation. They're really like, wait a minute, I have this friend on social media. She keeps posting that she closes quick, that she pays cash, that she buys as is. And then, and so you want to just regularly do that. And then also somebody can just share what you've posted with that person. And so it's free marketing. It works. I would tell you to every single one of you should constantly be posting on social media. And it's easy. I mean, you can do anything from a post of maybe before and afters. Those are awesome if you're flipping a house. Or again, if you even go to interview a seller, take a picture of you at the house and then post it. You don't have to necessarily post the picture of the seller. Always be respectable, but just putting it out there on the regular so people get it in your head, in their head, that you are going to be the first person they think of when either they or someone they know needs you.
Absolutely. Make it a habit of posting, because once people start seeing you regularly, they start trusting you. And
right.
it's about building relationships.
People want to do business with people they know, trust, and like.
Right. And be real. Authenticity. I think that's golden. Being real attracts. And you don't have to have perfect, polished content to make an impact. People connect with realness. Be vulnerable, y'all. Get out there. It's not about looking like you have it all figured out, like you're all put together. It's about showing up as yourself and in what you have to offer, because you have a gift. You have something to offer that somebody needs. It's been proven that the most successful social media accounts online are the ones who keep it real. So keep it real. The bottom line is just start. Whatever that looks like, just start.
Ooh, yes. And listen, I get it. Social media can feel overwhelming, especially if you're not naturally drawn to it. But being intimidated by it will not bring the deals, the partnerships, or just that visibility that could change your business. So here's your challenge, listeners. Just pick one platform. Maybe you choose Facebook or Instagram or whatever it is. Choose one simple way and then show up consistently and commit to it. And before you know it, you're going to realize that social media isn't something to fear, but it's a tool that will really work for you and make you some money.
And I do want to pause here for just a minute, Teresa, to make note that I know for a lot of our listeners that are in our network, the RAIN network, we saw your ad on social media. And how many times did we see your ad before we actually clicked on it and said, okay, I can do this?
Yes,
right?
and that was my form of marketing to reach out.
And you were authentic in your ads. What grabbed me was the without fear of her future that was in there, because I could relate to that. And again, once I saw you a few times, I thought, I need to look at what she's doing. What is it that she has to offer? And when I looked at it, you had me. You had me. So it was so good. So, okay, ladies, if social media still feels a little intimidating, we've got some marketing strategies for you.
Yes, so an old school but widely effective it's called guerrilla marketing, and that's can entail lots of things. And it's really thinking outside the box, making sure that your name is getting out there in the local market again. So this is perfect if you're just starting out, you don't have a lot of money, you've got a tight budget, or if you simply just want to get in front of motivated sellers and investors without spending a fortune.
So how do you get started? Let's break this down. Let's go bandit signs. Get your name out there. You've probably seen these before. They're those little signs on the street corners, near busy intersections, the supermarkets, places that people are frequent, right? That say, we buy houses for cash, or looking to sell fast. Call me. The reason these work, they catch people at the right moment. Maybe they weren't thinking about selling, but seeing your sign can jog their memory about a vacant house they've inherited, or that property they just don't want to deal with anymore. And a pro tip, don't just throw signs up randomly. Place them where property owners will actually see them. This is where I said grocery stores, gas stations, home improvement stores, where people are going to be going frequently. And just know that in many areas, it could be against the city code. So be sure and check with your city before you just go start placing signs out there. I don't want you to get in trouble.
That's right. Okay, and then one of my favorite strategies, I don't do it anymore, but it's how I got started in this business. And that is door knocking and leaving flyers behind. So I know this works. This is exactly how I got my first deal. So the only houses that you ever want to door knock on is off of the pre-foreclosure list. This is someone who is literally going to lose their home in the auction. You can print that out, and then you literally just go knock on that door and say, hi, my name is Teresa. I know your house is facing foreclosure. I'd love to talk to you about how I could possibly put some cash in your pocket, keep that foreclosure off of your record, and help you to get a fresh start. And that was literally what I said over and over and over. And if you've heard my story, I knocked on 57 doors before I got my very first deal. And I don't know if 57 doors sounds like a lot to you, but it was certainly a lot to me. And boy, you can get depressed after, 27 doors.
Yeah.
And then I remember 37 doors and no deal, and then 47 doors and no deal. But I was determined. I had walked away from my job. I had to do this, and I just kept going. And on that 57th door that I knocked on from the pre-foreclosure list, I got a deal. I profited $20,000.
Woo.
Yeah. And you know what I learned from
That'll
that
motivate you.
is it's just a numbers game. It's just a numbers game. But also I was learning.
Yeah.
I was learning what not to say. I was learning what to say. And so by the time I got to 57th door, I had it down pretty
So
good.
let me ask you this, Teresa. How long did it take you to knock on those 57 doors?
Really, I want to say that it took me about 10 days or less. So maybe somewhere between 8 to 10 days, and I was knocking on doors between 5:30 in the evening and 8 o'clock at night because it was in April.
Okay.
So it was a few hours a night.
So 10 days. I'm just going to throw this out there. When was the last time you made $20,000 for 10 days of work?
Yeah, a few hours a day.
Right?
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
That's
And then,
awesome.
and then the next time it wasn't 57 doors because I got better. But you have to get out there. You have to have those conversations. You start learning the kinds of questions that they're going to ask you, how you need to answer that question, and you get better and better every single time. And then maybe it's only 6 doors and then 9 doors and then, then maybe 15 doors, but it's well worth it. Again, always be careful when you're out there door knocking. This was, when I was really doing a lot of door knocking was before COVID. And so just always be careful. Maybe take somebody with you. But boy, it is a marketing strategy that is very inexpensive and it works.
Right, right. Now, you didn't get to talk to every door that you knocked on. What did you do if they didn't answer?
I left a flyer. You never want to walk away from a door without leaving something. If you've driven there and you're going, definitely. So I didn't even have fancy flyers. I had a piece of paper that I wrote on exactly what I would say if they answered what I just said a while ago. Hi there, my name is Teresa, and I wrote that, and then I made copies of it, and I left it on every single door. And so even if they don't answer the door, sometimes they call you back 2 days, 2 weeks later.
And maybe you go back by that house another time or two, because
Absolutely.
I don't remember the statistic, but I know there is a statistic about how many touches it takes before someone actually, like when you get a mailer, right? A lot of times we have to get it 3 or 4 or 5 times before we actually call the number. People saw your ads on Facebook or Instagram or whatever, and that, how
This and that. I haven't heard a number recently, but it
Yeah.
used to be 5 to 7.
Yeah, that's
five
what
to
I
7
remember
times
too.
people need to hear your name or see your ad or hear from you 5 to 7 times before they start remembering. Oh, I've seen this before. I've heard this before. I think I know that.
Right.
Then they begin to start thinking that they know you.
Right.
Oh, I know her. I know her. And so
Absolutely. Yeah. So another favorite low cost strategy is driving for dollars. So literally, and these just take time, ladies. That's all. This is not money out of your pocket. This is just given the time that you have, hopping in your car, driving through neighborhoods for properties that show signs of distress. Yards are overgrown. Windows are boarded up. The mailbox is overflowing with stuff. That's a sign that people aren't there. Maybe it's a motivated seller. Maybe it's someone who needs help and they just don't know where to go. And you've got what they need. So once you find a few of those, take a note of the address and then you can reach out.
Absolutely.
Your next steps: look up their information using public records or skip tracing tools that you have. Give them a call, send a letter, introduce yourself as someone who's interested in buying their property. Whatever you do, just keep it simple. A quick little letter. Hi, I came across your property at 123 Paradise Avenue and wanted to see if you'd ever considered selling.
Always say that you buy as is, I pay cash, and I close fast.
Yep,
Those are the key words for someone that's in a situation, a distressed or a motivated situation.
And even if they're not ready to sell right then, you have planted a seed and your name has now come across their, they've seen your
Absolutely.
name and they're going to,
Absolutely.
And lastly, leveraging those free classified ads that are low cost but high visibility. So now we're talking Craigslist, even Facebook Marketplace. I've seen a lot of investors on Facebook Marketplace. I'm totally
Facebook groups,
yes,
your neighborhood
underrated.
group.
Yep.
Let everybody in the world know that you're an investor and you're looking to buy houses as
free.
is.
You can browse for deals. You can post simple little ads like I buy houses. Again, offering cash, no hassle investor, as is, closing fast, off market deals. And don't forget, what you said, the Facebook groups next door, your neighborhood groups, forums that you're involved in, all of those are great.
Absolutely.
And just whatever you do, don't overthink it. Don't get overwhelmed with it. It's just a place to start that's not going to cost you anything. So if you're not currently marketing or haven't figured out a form of marketing, pick one of these strategies, commit to it, pick it this week. Like decide what you're going to do. Make it a goal and do it this week. Start marketing in one of these social media platforms, or putting up 5 signs. Maybe you're going to do bandit signs, or you're going to go door knocking because you've got the time to do that. I'm going to knock on 5 doors every day. Set that goal and just get busy.
There you go. Go get it, girls. Listen, did you know that the Women's Real Estate Investors Network was created by doing exactly that? I set a date on the calendar and said on this day. And my goodness, now we have grown into the largest women's real estate investors network in the nation. So marketing works. No matter what business it is, marketing works. That's how you get your name out there. And again, it just does not need to be expensive to be effective. But it does take effort. It means, taking action. So you've got this. So tell us, which of these strategies are you going to commit to first? Let us know in the comments or whatever platform you're listening on this podcast. So I would love to know, how are you going to make those deals happen for you?
We cannot wait to hear what you ladies are doing. Listeners, if you're aiming for financial freedom, dreaming of designing a life you absolutely love, or just curious about how real estate can transform your future, you're in the right place.
Yes, ladies, if that sounds like what you want, our masterclass is the key. It's easy to understand, super straightforward, and packed with all the secrets you need to start investing in real estate confidently and successfully. Why wait to build your dream future? Join us and let us make your dreams a stunning reality.
Just click the masterclass link in the notes below.
And we can't wait to begin this journey with you.